Yo, what's up guys, Shujinkydink here, and welcome to a video all about the practice mode. This has been one of the most requested topics from you guys, so I'm going to try and go as in-depth as I can here on how I use the practice mode and how to use it effectively. Probably not going to touch on every single thing in practice mode, but a good probably 90% of it. So if you're new here and you like content like this, consider subscribing because we make new videos all the time to help you get better in Mortal Kombat. So I'm going to start with my favorite feature in Mortal Kombat, and all the NRS games actually, which is recording the AI. It is so helpful to help you find things out. So this is something I labbed recently, so I thought it'd be a good example to do it. We go into AI options. So this is where you can change your AI. You can have custom, which we'll go into later. You can pretty much do everything. Just have them play as AI, whatever difficulty you want. You want to try practicing, it's very hard. I got a question about that recently, how to beat very hard AI. Go into practice mode. There you go. Play around for a bit, infinitely. Figure it out. Human, pass the controller to your buddy on the couch and say, hey, can you do this string? I really just want to try and punish it. But we're going to go with record. There's all sorts of options here. One interesting one is a playback trigger. So you have the right stick trigger when they actually start doing the recorded move. We're just going to go auto for now. And we're going to go out. We're going to have Noob Cybot do this string right here and immediately block afterwards. You have to record yourself blocking or else it doesn't work. So we're going to find out how to punish this move right now. Forward 4. Not proving too fruitful right now. So how about back 2? It will work, but it's not a punish. How we know that it's a punish is on the left side of our screen because we're player 1. It'll be on the right side if you're player 2. It'll come up and it'll say punish. I don't really have anything else that's really that far advancing. I do have my forward 2 that has a bit of range, but definitely not that much. So, in my mind, the only other range move I can think of we have is in our other variation, which is Bone Picker. So we're going to switch variations because we can do that in practice mode through the practice options. I'll go in and show you again because I did that kind of quick. But here we go. We got Noob Cybot. Since we switched out and back in, we might have to record him doing it again. There he goes, back to block. And you can see on the left side there it says reversal punish. So my command grab will actually punish that string. I was having a lot of trouble with this against Chris G at Northwest Majors. He was doing a really good job of throwing this out and keeping himself safe, and I had no idea how to punish it. So now, through the magic of practice mode, we have. So, to change my variation, you go practice options, you can go down and pick your loadout. We're going to go back to Marauder, because there's a couple things I want to do with that one. And that should reset the AI for us so we don't have to record him again. He's just going to be sitting there just chilling. So, AI options, block mode, you can choose how they block. Stance is very useful. If he's standing, they'll block everything overhead and high and mid. He just won't block anything low. So there you go. So maybe you wanted to test doing this. So something like this would be useful if you wanted to test like your gravity of a combo. Like sometimes if you hit the whole combo, the gravity will be a little bit different than if you hit like just the last hit that's like say a low. So you would record something like Baraka doing a string like that, and he would block everything but then the low. And then, yeah, you'd see how much damage you did if you just started off the low, because maybe you're finding, oh, I'm only really hitting people with that move of the string. So figure out your combo damage. Maybe you can do a little bit of a different combo if you only hit them with that part. So that's kind of where that's useful, and vice versa for overhead, same kind of thing. Block mode auto is an interesting one. So he's going to start not blocking at all, and then he's going to block at the first opportunity that he can do so. So this is a good thing to test, like if you have like a restand or something, and you restand them, and then you want to do as much chip damage afterwards as possible because you know they're going to be blocking. This is a good way to figure that out. Another thing is if you do like a move with a knockdown or something like that, you can test what to do, like what your best options are against them on block afterwards. So something like that, just rough estimate. But yeah, things like that are where it's be really good to check it out. Also, there's some characters who have setups and stuff like that, like Frost can pop her head off and blah blah blah. And then you got your movement mode: stand, duck, hop, or jump. Jump is a good one. You want to practice your anti-airs, you know, or anti-air combos and see what the best one would be. You can set them to jump, jump forward, jump backwards, depending if you have some super or special moves that you would like to test and see if it hits them if they jump backwards, or what the timing window is. And then you have your block type, which is basically just normal or flawless. Flawless means they'll block everything. So we set them to not jump. We don't want you to jump. Stop jumping. Just stand there like a good noob. So he'll flawless block everything. He's able to flawless block. So you can see this string in particular. There's a gap before the last hit there. And he could also punish you for that too. Sometimes if you flawless block something, it doesn't necessarily mean that you can punish it because of the spacing. You might be too far back and their move might whiff. So this is a good way to test that too. So you got a more flawless block, then you can go down to block attack and choose whichever one you want, the launcher or just the regular one. There you go, so that one will launch, even at max distance. So that's how you test that out. Because flawless blocking can be hard, so you don't want to sit there and try and flawless block something over and over again. Sometimes if you have an idea of a place where you can, it's best to set the AI there and then just understand that that's where you can do it and then work on it yourself. Because keep in mind, though, the AI does flawless block some ridiculous things, so just keep that in mind. Delayed get up, this would be something as well. You can do the short delay or long delay. If you say knock them down with a move and you want to find out what string you have that you can hit them that will cover most options if they don't do a wake-up attack. So if you have a really long string, you can maybe do like a 2-1-1-2-2 or something. I think that's a string with frost. And it'll whiff over the whole delayed wake-up, but the last hit will hit them. So might be something like that to test with the delayed wake-up. Get up mode, of course, this will be your actual wake up attack, same thing that you saw before. So you have the get up rolls now, and then your slick sickle or wraith boot. That's funny. Or they just wake up with a throw, which is a good thing to do sometimes. So, and then breakaway if you want to test a breakaway combo. So let's turn breakaway on, and we got to take our block mode off. Block type normal. So let's say I want to see if they can escape Chop Chops. We didn't save her. Yeah, we do have her. There you go. So you can see they can air escape Chop Chops. We know that now. One thing that I think I've realized that if you're testing stuff like this, you want to set your meter fill behavior to refill, because he was using some meter for that last move, and that's why he didn't air escape. So set it to refill, so once they do something, you see he's going to use all his meter, and then it's just refilled again. So you don't have to wait in between. It makes life so much easier for testing stuff like that. And then the throw escape, whether they're going to escape your throw or not. This is a useful one, for example, of Frost again in her Frostbite variation where she can throw her head at you. So you can throw the head out and then go for a throw, and if they tech it, it might still hit them, even though they tech the throw. That would be a good thing to use to test for that. And then lastly, quick AI options. And you may be thinking, Dink, I don't remember that from any previous games. Well, guess what? It's new. It's back. There you go. You can put that all right on your screen. You use the right stick to control it all. I do not really use this that much because I just don't like having it on the screen. I find it distracting. But hey, if you want to use it, it's there for you. It is pretty convenient. So that's basically AI options. We're going to go into practice options now. Reset position. If I want to practice corner combo, I can go on the right. Just keep resetting it. We back in the spot. Same thing with left or center, or you can choose your own, actually, if you like. You can save a position. So let's say I want to start like full screen away from noob, like right here. I go AI. No, not AI practice, sorry. Reset distance. Reset position, save position. So now if I move in, I'm right back here. You can also do this by just going to reset distance, close, full screen. Full screen. Same thing. So you can use your same position to kind of save you around this spot, whatever. You get the idea of what that's used for. Player 1 position, left or right. Sometimes it's good to practice your combos and stuff on the player 2 side, because during a match you're almost inevitably going to be there at one point or the other. And everyone has their one direction that they seem to be kind of a little better in than others, so I recommend sometimes just practicing with both. Meter fill behavior, I talked on that. You can do refill, or you can just have it full all the time if you want to do fun infinite combos. Then you have your life. I really only use 100% or 1%, because then 1% is good for testing out your fatal blows, because you get access to the fatal blow. Maybe you can work on combos with that or something. You could use it to like 50% if you just want to see, you know, how much damage a move does or something like that, but I haven't really used anything outside of those two. And of course you can save player 2, same idea, same as player 1, or you can change it if you want. Damage info, this is good. I've used this actually quite a bit for figuring out zoning wars and stuff. Just says it on the screen as a reminder. It's also in the moves list and stuff as well, but you know, maybe you feel like doing it a different way. I'm a visual learner. I like seeing the move and the damage. Works out better for me. It stays in my noggin a little bit better. Button log, this is good to test your inputs. So you can see if you're messing up a combo or something. You see on the left-hand side there. Maybe if you're mashing, like I do when I amplify that move. And you can see if you're not getting a combo, like maybe your inputs are not coming out correctly. Game HUD. This is awesome for recording combo videos, because it gets rid of everything. There's two characters just fighting it out. Who knows how much life they have? Who knows how much meter they have? So it's nice to just enjoy the stage as well. Get to look at some stuff that you don't get to see otherwise. I think that's really the only reason for that. And you can have the frame data on the screen as well. Player 1, player 2, or both. You can do both. So we do standing 4. Tells me exactly on the screen. Standing 4, standing 1. There are some moves that have multi-hits to that string, so this is kind of useful. It'll tell you every individual string, what point it's at, so very, very useful. I like this one. It seems to be a little bit more accurate than the in-game frame data as well, so because there are some positions where, like, if you hit an opponent a little bit higher for a restand or something, you might get a little bit more advantage as a frame, so something to think about. You can control player if I want to be noob Cybot for a bit and see his frame data. There you go. You can switch it like that. Then you can change your loadouts like we did earlier. Remember settings if you want. Sure, I'm not going to do that this time because I'm just going to going through the motions. And then controls, reset, fighter select, blah blah blah. So I feel like that's most of the important parts of the practice mode, you know. Again, recording the AI is one of the most important things that I do, and I encourage that you get used to using that yourself, because it will really help you, especially if you find someone that's doing something that, you know, you don't know how to counter, and you can go into practice mode and figure it out, like right there. So we got one active frame, 0 hit advantage, so I know that after that, we're both neutral. Got 7-frame poke, that's good to know. He might beat out my 7-frame poke. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you have any more questions or stuff about something in practice mode, leave them in the comments down below. I'll do my best to respond. And if you enjoyed it, leave a like, because it really helps me out. And subscribe, because we're making new videos every single day. # Big Dink Energy. I'll see all you guys in the next video.